Welcome to my channel, Old Coins History 333. In this video, I tell you about the United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny, which are most valuable and rare. If you interested, please subscribe my channel. Thanks. Top 1. The 1975 Washington quarter dollar is one of those coins that might seem like a regular piece of currency, but for collectors and enthusiasts, this coin holds a hidden story that could make it worth thousands. Many people overlook the 1975 quarter, assuming it's just another coin from the 70s that's still floating around in circulation today. However, there are certain versions of this coin that have been known to fetch extraordinary prices. If you've ever wondered how a seemingly ordinary coin could be worth far more than face value, then you're in for a treat. The Washington quarter, which first appeared in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, has become an iconic piece of American currency. Over the decades, the design featuring Washington's portrait on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse has remained a constant. While the design itself has stood the test of time, the value of each coin varies depending on the year, condition, and rarity. The 1975 Washington quarter, for example, may seem ordinary, but when you dive deeper into its history and unique characteristics, you'll see why it might be worth far more than most people realize. First, let's talk about the 1975 Washington quarter's production. In 1975, the U.S. Mint produced a large number of these coins, with millions of them being distributed for general circulation. Most of these quarters were made of a copper-nickel alloy and were minted in both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. To the casual observer, there's nothing extraordinary about these quarters. They were produced in large quantities and circulated freely, just like any other regular coin. But that's where things get interesting. As with many coins, some versions of the 1975 Washington quarter stand out due to specific characteristics that make them more valuable. The first factor to consider when evaluating the worth of a 1975 quarter is the condition of the coin. Most 1975 quarters, having been used in everyday transactions for decades, show signs of wear. Scratches, discoloration, and tarnishing are common, and these factors tend to lower a coin's value. However, coins that have been preserved in pristine condition without any signs of wear are far more valuable. The term mint state is used to describe coins that show little to no wear and retain their original luster. These coins are the holy grail for collectors. If you happen to find a 1975 Washington quarter that has been well preserved, with no noticeable scratches or discoloration, you might have a coin that's worth much more than its face value. The higher the grade, the higher the value. In fact, certain 1975 quarters that are in near-perfect condition can fetch hundreds, even thousands of dollars at auction. Another aspect that can contribute to the value of the 1975 Washington quarter is the possibility of a minting error. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has occasionally produced coins with various flaws or errors, such as double strikes, off-center prints, or other unusual characteristics. Coins with minting errors are highly sought after by collectors because they are rare and unique. If you happen to come across a 1975 Washington quarter with a striking error, such as an off-center strike or a double die, you may have stumbled upon a rare and valuable treasure. Now, let's talk about a special version of the 1975 Washington quarter that was minted in limited quantities. While most of the 1975 quarters were produced for general circulation, the U.S. Mint also released special proof sets. These proof coins were made with a higher quality than regular circulation coins, specifically for collectors. The proof coins from 1975 were struck multiple times using polished dies to create a mirror-like finish and sharper details. As a result, these proof versions of the 1975 Washington quarter are much more valuable than the standard circulating coins. Proof coins are often sold in limited edition sets, and only a small number of them were produced. As a result, proof coins from specific years can be highly valuable, especially if they have been well preserved. The 1975 Washington quarter proof coins are no exception. These coins, with their flawless appearance and limited mintage, can be worth much more than the regular 1975 quarters you might find in your pocket. So, how much could a 1975 Washington quarter actually be worth? The answer depends on a number of factors, such as the coin's condition, whether it's a proof version, or if it has any minting errors. While most of the 1975 quarters you come across will still only be worth their face value of 25 cents, there are some exceptional examples that have sold for significant amounts. The rarest and most desirable versions, such as high-grade proof coins or those with unique errors, have been known to fetch as much as $85,000. Yes, that's right, $85,000 for a single 1975 Washington quarter. It's hard to believe that a quarter, which many people view as nothing more than pocket change, could be worth such a staggering amount. But this is the fascinating world of coin collecting, where the value of a coin can be determined by its rarity, condition, and any unique features it might possess. So, the next time you come across a 1975 Washington quarter, take a closer look. It might be worth more than you think, and who knows? You could be holding onto a rare coin that could make you a small fortune. Coin collecting is not only about the thrill of finding rare pieces, it's also about the possibility of discovering hidden treasures in the most unexpected places. Keep your eyes peeled, because that ordinary-looking quarter in your collection might just turn out to be worth a lot more than you ever imagined. Top 2. The 1978 Washington quarter dollar is a coin that might not initially grab your attention, but for coin collectors and enthusiasts, it's a piece of history that could be hiding significant value. Many people see a quarter as just a coin for buying a small item or giving change, but for those who know what to look for, the 1978 Washington quarter can be worth far more than its face value. In this video, we're going to explore what makes the 1978 Washington quarter so special and why it might be worth far more than you think. First, let's set the stage with some background. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since its introduction in 1932, created to honor George Washington's 200th birthday. Over the years, the design has become iconic, featuring Washington's portrait on the obverse side and an eagle on the reverse side. This classic design has stood the test of time and is a symbol of American pride and history. However, not all Washington quarters are created equal. When we look at the 1978 Washington quarter, it may seem like just another typical coin from the late 70s. The United States Mint produced millions of these quarters, and for most people, these coins simply pass through their pockets without any particular significance. The 1978 coin was part of the regular series and made from the usual copper-nickel composition, which means that it was designed to be durable for everyday use. But as any serious collector will tell you, it's not just about the year or the material. It's about the condition, rarity, and potential errors that can make one coin stand out from the rest. Most 1978 Washington quarters you come across will likely have seen years of circulation, and their value will be just 25 cents, or at best, a few dollars if they're in good condition. But don't let that fool you. There are rare exceptions. The first key factor to consider when determining the value of the 1978 Washington quarter is its condition. A coin's condition plays a massive role in its value, and the better the condition, the more valuable the coin will be. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning they have never been used in circulation, are highly sought after by collectors. If you have a 1978 quarter that still looks as good as the day it was minted, then you may be holding on to something very valuable. This is where the grading system comes into play. In the world of coin collecting, coins are graded based on their appearance, including things like scratches, wear, discoloration, and overall preservation. A coin with a high grade will be worth significantly more than one that shows signs of heavy wear. So, if you have a 1978 Washington quarter that looks close to flawless, you could be sitting on a gem. For example, an uncirculated 1978 quarter might fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the specific circumstances. But it's not just about the condition of the coin. There's another factor that can greatly increase the value of the 1978 Washington quarter: minting errors. Minting errors occur when something goes wrong during the production of a coin, resulting in a rare and unique version that collectors eagerly seek out. These errors can range from simple mistakes, like double strikes, to more dramatic errors, like coins that are off-center or have missing details. Error coins are highly collectible because they are rare and often one-of-a-kind. For the 1978 Washington quarter, one of the most valuable types of errors to look out for is the double die variety. This error happens when the design is struck onto the coin more than once, causing parts of the design to appear doubled or blurry. Doubling on a coin can make it much more valuable, and the 1978 Washington quarter is no exception. If you happen to find a 1978 quarter with doubling in key areas such as the lettering or the date, you may have just found a treasure worth a lot more than you thought. There are also other minting errors that can make a 1978 Washington quarter more valuable. For example, coins that are struck off-center, with the design appearing misaligned, are incredibly rare and highly prized by collectors. Other possible errors include coins that were struck with a foreign object trapped in the die, which can leave interesting and unusual marks on the coin surface. These types of mistakes can make a coin stand out, turning what would have been a regular quarter into a rare and valuable collectible. So, how much could a 1978 Washington quarter actually be worth? While the vast majority of these coins will be worth just 25 cents or a few dollars if they're in decent condition, certain versions of this coin can be worth a staggering amount. The rarest and most valuable 1978 Washington quarters, especially those in perfect uncirculated condition or those with minting errors, can sell for thousands of dollars. In fact, some collectors have paid as much as $78,000 for a 1978 Washington quarter with the right characteristics. That's right, $78,000 for a single quarter. This is a perfect example of how coin collecting can be a thrilling and rewarding hobby, with the potential for substantial financial gains. A seemingly ordinary coin from 1978 could, under the right circumstances, turn out to be worth far more than its face value. Whether it's a coin in pristine condition, a proof coin from a special set, or a rare minting error, the 1978 Washington quarter has the potential to make collectors a great deal of money. If you happen to find a 1978 Washington quarter in your collection or in your change, take a closer look. You may be looking at something worth far more than 25 cents. Whether it's an error coin, a proof, or just an exceptionally well-preserved example, the 1978 Washington quarter could be hiding a treasure worth thousands of dollars. Keep an eye out, because you never know when you might stumble upon a coin that could change your life. Top 3. When you think of coins that have changed the course of history, you might immediately think of rare pennies or elusive dimes. But don't overlook the Washington quarter. The 1979 Washington quarter dollar, in particular, has a fascinating story behind it, and it could be worth far more than you might expect. While most quarters are seen as just pocket change, the 1979 version is actually one of those hidden gems that every coin collector should keep an eye out for. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, designed to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. With its iconic image of Washington's face and the eagle on the reverse, the quarter became an emblem of American pride. But as time went on, certain years of this coin started to stand out due to a combination of rarity, minting errors, and high-quality preservation. The 1979 Washington quarter, despite its widespread production, has proven to be one of those coins that can actually fetch some impressive amounts if you happen to stumble upon a rare version of it. You might wonder, what makes the 1979 Washington quarter different from the other quarters you come across? The answer lies in a few key factors: condition, mintage, and potential minting errors. The U.S. Mint produced millions of these quarters in 1979, and the majority of them are still in circulation, serving their purpose as everyday change. However, among these millions, a small number of them were created with unique characteristics that make them far more valuable to collectors. First, let's talk about the most important factor that determines a coin's value: its condition. If you've ever flipped through your pocket change and found a quarter that looks as if it just came from the mint, then you've likely discovered a high-grade coin. The 1979 Washington quarter, like any other coin, was designed for everyday circulation, which means most of the ones produced show signs of wear, scratches, nicks, discoloration. However, those that remain in mint condition are highly sought after by collectors. A quarter that has been well preserved, showing minimal wear and maintaining its shine, can increase its value exponentially. Coins that are in mint state, meaning they are uncirculated and have no visible damage, are often the ones that command the highest prices. When it comes to the 1979 Washington quarter, a high-grade coin in perfect condition could be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars. In fact, one of these pristine examples, with little to no wear or imperfections, can be an extremely valuable asset. Another factor that contributes to the value of the 1979 Washington quarter is the possibility of minting errors. Over the years, the U.S. Mint has occasionally made mistakes during the production of coins, leading to rare errors that are highly prized by collectors. These errors can include things like double striking, off-center strikes, or missing details in the design. For the 1979 Washington quarter, these errors can make the coin much more valuable. The most notable errors for the 1979 quarter involve coins that were struck more than once, leading to doubled or blurred lettering. The term doubled die refers to these kinds of mistakes, where the design appears to have two distinct impressions. These double die coins are highly sought after because they are unique, and a Washington quarter with this kind of minting error can bring in significant money at auctions. Finding a 1979 Washington quarter with a double die error is rare, and if you happen to find one, you could be holding on to something worth much more than you initially thought. Another error that can make the 1979 Washington quarter more valuable is an off-center strike. These occur when the coin is not properly aligned during the minting process, leading to a portion of the coin being blank. These off-center errors are rare, and collectors love to add them to their collections because they are truly one-of-a-kind pieces. Now, with all of this in mind, how much can a 1979 Washington quarter actually be worth? While the majority of 1979 quarters are still worth their face value of 25 cents, certain versions, especially those in pristine, uncirculated condition or those with minting errors, can be worth a fortune. The highest quality versions of the 1979 quarter, or those with rare errors, have been known to sell for incredibly high prices at auction. In fact, one of these rare error coins, in pristine condition, has been sold for as much as $73,000. Yes, that's right, $73,000 for a single 1979 Washington quarter. It may sound unbelievable, but the coin market is full of surprises, and the right combination of rarity, condition, and error can send the value of a coin skyrocketing. So, if you're a coin collector or someone who happens to come across a 1979 quarter, take a moment to inspect it carefully. You could be looking at a rare coin that's worth far more than its face value. In the world of coin collecting, sometimes it's the unassuming coins that turn out to be worth the most. The 1979 Washington quarter may not look like anything special at first glance, but with a little knowledge and attention to detail, you might just find that it's a hidden treasure. Whether it's a high-quality coin or one with a rare minting error, the 1979 Washington quarter is a perfect example of how something seemingly ordinary can become a valuable collector's item. So, next time you find a 1979 Washington quarter in your spare change or while going through your collection, don't just dismiss it. Take a closer look, because you could be holding on to a coin worth thousands of dollars. And who knows, that simple quarter might just change the way you think about coin collecting forever. Top 4. The 1982 Washington quarter dollar might seem like just another ordinary coin from the 1980s, but it holds a fascinating story that could surprise many. For the casual observer, it's easy to overlook this coin as a simple piece of currency that was minted for daily transactions. But for collectors and coin enthusiasts, the 1982 Washington quarter holds a significant place in the world of numismatics. If you think this coin is just another 25-cent piece, think again. There are versions of the 1982 Washington quarter that are worth far more than you might expect, even fetching prices that are hard to believe. To understand what makes the 1982 Washington quarter so special, let's dive into the history and context of this coin. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate George Washington's 200th birthday. With its timeless design featuring Washington's portrait on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse, the Washington quarter has remained one of the most iconic coins in American history. But as with many coins, not all years and variations are equal in value. Some years see large numbers of coins produced, while others are minted in more limited quantities or have unique features that set them apart from the rest. In 1982, the United States Mint produced millions of Washington quarters, but as with many years of coin production, certain factors can contribute to the rarity and value of individual pieces. The 1982 quarter is notable for a few key reasons that can influence its value. Let's start with the fact that this coin was part of a period when the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned from silver to a copper-nickel alloy. The copper-nickel alloy was used in the production of most quarters starting in 1965, making the 1982 coin one of the many years that did not contain any silver. Despite the lack of silver, the value of a coin like the 1982 Washington quarter isn't just determined by the metal it's made from. Condition is one of the most important factors in determining the worth of a coin. When it comes to coins from the 1980s, many of them have been circulated and used for decades, leading to wear and tear. However, if you happen to find a 1982 Washington quarter that has been preserved in excellent condition, it can be worth far more than its face value of 25 cents. Coin collectors and enthusiasts place a high premium on coins that are in mint condition, meaning that they haven't been subjected to the usual wear and tear from daily use. Coins that are graded as mint state, meaning they show no visible signs of wear, are highly sought after. If you come across a 1982 quarter that looks like it was just freshly minted, it could be a rare find worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the quality and demand from collectors. While condition plays a crucial role in determining the value of a coin, the possibility of minting errors also cannot be overlooked. Sometimes, during the minting process, coins can be produced with unique errors that make them highly collectible. For the 1982 Washington quarter, certain types of errors, such as double strikes or misalignments, can add significant value. Double strike errors occur when a coin is struck more than once, causing the design to appear blurry or doubled. These errors are especially prized by collectors because they make the coin much rarer and more interesting in addition to double strikes. Another type of error that can increase the value of a 1982 Washington quarter is the off-center strike. This happens when the coin is not aligned properly during the minting process, causing part of the design to be cut off, leaving an off-center appearance. These types of errors are rare and highly sought after by collectors, making them much more valuable than regular coins from the same year. Now, let's consider the special cases where a 1982 Washington quarter might be worth even more. Some collectors focus on proof coins, which are specially minted coins produced for collectors rather than for circulation. Proof coins are made with polished dies and are struck multiple times to create a mirror-like finish with sharp, detailed designs. These coins are often produced in limited quantities and are much more valuable than their circulating counterparts. If you have a proof 1982 Washington quarter, it could be worth significantly more than a regular 1982 coin from circulation, especially if it has been kept in pristine condition. So, what's the real value of the 1982 Washington quarter? While most 1982 quarters will only be worth their face value, or a little bit more if they're in decent condition, certain versions of this coin can sell for a surprising amount. High-grade, uncirculated coins, coins with minting errors, and proof coins can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. In fact, some of the rarest and most desirable 1982 Washington quarters have sold for as much as $65,000. Yes, you heard that right, $65,000 for a single coin. It's truly astonishing that a coin that was once used for everyday transactions could be worth so much. But that's the magic of coin collecting. It's a world where rarity, condition, and unique features can elevate the value of a simple piece of currency into something priceless for collectors. So, next time you're going through your change or sorting through a collection of coins, take a second to look at your 1982 Washington quarters. If the coin is in excellent condition, or if you spot any potential minting errors, you could be holding on to a valuable piece of American history. With coins like the 1982 Washington quarter, it's not just about the metal it's made from. It's about the condition, rarity, and the story behind each individual coin. You never know what hidden treasures are out there waiting to be discovered. Top 5. When most people think about collecting coins, they often imagine older pieces, like those from the 1800s or early 1900s. But in reality, coins minted just a few years ago can be just as valuable, especially when it comes to certain editions of modern coins. One such example is the 2015 Washington quarter dollar. While the 2015 quarter may not seem like anything particularly special at first glance, it actually has the potential to be worth far more than its face value. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at why the 2015 Washington quarter is so unique, and why it could be worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. The Washington quarter, as many of you know, has been a key part of U.S. currency since its introduction in 1932. It was designed to honor the first president of the United States, George Washington. Over the years, the design of the coin has remained relatively the same, with Washington's profile on the front and an eagle on the reverse. While the quarter has been minted in various years, it's not the age of a coin that necessarily makes it valuable. It's the rarity, the condition, and sometimes even special design features that make certain quarters worth significantly more. Now, let's focus on the 2015 Washington quarter. You might wonder what sets this particular year apart from the others in the more recent series. The answer lies in a special program launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010, the America the Beautiful Quarters program. This program introduced a series of quarter designs that would honor national parks and sites throughout the United States. Each year, a new quarter design was released, featuring a different national park or historical site. The 2015 quarter was no different, and it featured a design celebrating the famous Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, located in West Virginia. This quarter marked an important addition to the America the Beautiful series, as Harper's Ferry was the site of significant events in American history, particularly during the Civil War. The reverse of the 2015 Washington quarter depicts a scene at Harper's Ferry, showcasing the historic St. Peter's Roman Catholic Church with a rifleman in the foreground, which was a nod to the site's role in the abolitionist movement and the raid led by John Brown. The design itself is beautifully detailed and represents a significant piece of American history. But what makes this coin stand out in the world of collecting is its relative rarity and the fact that certain 2015 Washington quarters were struck with unique characteristics. For example, like many commemorative coins, the 2015 Harper's Ferry quarter was produced in several different finishes, including the regular circulation finish, as well as special proof and silver proof versions. The proof versions, in particular, are produced with higher quality dies, which creates a mirror-like finish and more intricate details. These proof versions are often packaged and sold specifically for collectors, and they are far rarer than the quarters intended for circulation. Another reason that the 2015 Washington quarter is worth more than its face value is the potential for errors. Minting errors can greatly increase the value of a coin, and even though the 2015 Washington quarter was made in large quantities, there were still opportunities for mistakes during the production process. Minting errors can range from simple issues like misaligned strikes to more complex problems like double strikes or coins struck with incorrect dies. These errors make a coin unique, and that uniqueness is something collectors value highly. One of the more famous types of errors that coin collectors look for is the double die error, where the design appears to have been struck more than once, creating a blurred or doubled effect. If you happen to come across a 2015 Washington quarter with a double die error, you may have just found a valuable coin. The rarity of such an error, combined with the popularity of the America the Beautiful series, can increase its worth dramatically. Collectors love these one-of-a-kind pieces, and they often pay top dollar to get their hands on them. It's also worth noting that the 2015 Harper's Ferry quarter was part of a larger, limited-run release. The U.S. Mint produces a limited number of each coin each year, and while it's difficult to predict exactly how many coins are released, it's safe to say that the 2015 quarters are becoming harder to find in pristine condition. As time goes on, the coins that were released during the early years of the America the Beautiful series may become rarer and more sought after by collectors, especially as new designs continue to be introduced. So, what is the actual value of a 2015 Washington quarter? While most of the quarters you'll find in circulation are worth just 25 cents, certain rare versions of the coin can be worth a whole lot more. High-grade proof coins, those with minting errors, or coins in pristine uncirculated condition can be worth far beyond face value. The most valuable 2015 Washington quarters, particularly those with notable errors or those produced in limited quantities, can sell for thousands of dollars. And, when we're talking about the top-tier examples, we're looking at coins that could fetch an impressive $25,000. Yes, a 2015 Washington quarter, if it has the right characteristics or errors, could be worth $25,000. This makes it one of the more valuable modern coins on the market, despite being less than a decade old. Imagine finding such a coin in your spare change or coming across it while going through a coin collection. It's a reminder that coin collecting is not just about finding old, rare coins, but also about paying attention to the details and discovering hidden treasures that can come from more recent mintings. Coins like the 2015 Washington quarter remind us that numismatics is a hobby for people of all ages and for coins from all eras, not just the distant past. If you happen to have a 2015 Washington quarter in your collection, take a moment to inspect it closely. The value of a coin can change dramatically based on its condition and the story it tells. Whether it's a rare proof coin, a coin with a minting error, or simply a quarter that's been kept in pristine condition, you could be sitting on a hidden treasure worth far more than you ever expected. So, keep an eye out, because the 2015 Washington quarter might just be your ticket to a surprising fortune.